Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hilary and I'm a psychic medium. Today's video, is going to be a little bit different today because I have to go to Toronto for an appointment, but I really wanted to get this video out there. So it's going to be sort of more like a vlog style video. I hope you guys don't mind. And I'm most likely to be doing more of these just because, like, I'm a mom, I have 4 children, and it's just extremely difficult for me to constantly be like making time, I guess, to make videos, if that makes sense. So sometimes you guys will probably see me do vlogs and stuff like that just because I don't have the time. Anyways, yeah, today I'm going to Toronto because I have an appointment with my surgeon, because in September I actually got a BBL, like I got 360 lipo and a fat transfer to my butt, because honestly, you guys, I did not have a bum. I didn't have a bum because I've had 4 kids and I don't know what happened, but it just wasn't there anymore. But anyways, that's why I got a BBL, so I'm just going today to get a checkup, and yeah, that's what I'm doing. But yeah, today's case is going to be on Brandon Lawson. It was requested that I do this case, so that is the one that we are doing today. I'm just trying to get my notes out here, sorry. Okay. Yeah, so Brandon Lawson. Okay, so that's the case I'm going to be talking to you guys about today. Alright, so Brandon went missing on August 9th, 2013 at approximately 1:20 a.m. after he ran out of gas near Bronte, Texas, and he attempted to walk in the nearby fields on Highway 277 and hasn't been heard of since. So, yeah, this is sort of an older case, you guys, and it said, like, he had 4 kids and a wife named Ladessa. He is from San Angelo, Texas, and between 10:45 and 11 p.m., the two of him and Ladessa actually argued, and Ladessa said that the argument was about him using again, because she thought he was using drugs again, because he had an addiction, okay? And so Brandon had ongoing issues with substance abuse, and he was apparently clean for 6 months before he disappeared. Brandon's brother, Kyle Lawson, later claimed that Brandon had taken meth shortly after his disappearance. So shortly after Brandon disappeared, Kyle said that he had been using. And around 11:30 p.m., Brandon called his father-in-law in Crowley, Texas, about a 3-hour drive away, and told him he was going to his house, that he was coming to his house. And he left at 11:45 p.m. At about 12:30, August 9th, he called Kyle to tell him that he ran out of gas, and he was then pulled over. I'm just gonna put my seatbelt on because we're about to leave. Alright, so, okay, so Kyle said that he sounded paranoid, and said that, and he said that Brandon said that some Mexicans were chasing him, and Kyle said that he asked Brandon if he was hallucinating, and Brandon said no. So Kyle took a gas can and left to bring it to Brandon, and said they were talking on the phone the whole entire time, on and off. So the whole entire time that Kyle was driving to bring Brandon gas, he said that they were on the phone on and off, and he thinks that Brandon was hallucinating because he had used meth before or during that night. So Brandon told Kyle that he was actually running in a field, and he was making incoherent statements, saying that a guy was chasing him in the woods. Okay, so this is what he was telling Kyle when they were on the phone together, when Kyle was driving to get to him. And a few minutes later, at around 12:56 a.m., Brandon called 911, and his brother and girlfriend through poor cell phone reception because he was in this field, and just saying like a bunch of stuff that didn't make any sense. So all the calls then went straight to voicemail when people tried to call Brandon at around 1:19 a.m. And that was the last one made, unfortunately. And at around 1:18 a.m. and Kyle said that Brandon had also said that he was bleeding. So around 1:18 a.m. when Brandon was on the phone with Kyle, he said he was in this field running away from these Mexicans that were apparently chasing him. And then he said he was bleeding. And then he said he was laying down in the grass. And he said a bunch of stuff that didn't make sense. Okay, so once Kyle got to the place where Brandon said he was, by this gas station on the highway, he said that he looked for him and he couldn't find him. And by that time, the police showed up and were trying to look for him as well, and they couldn't find him anywhere. They were calling his cell phone. But they didn't see him. But his car was there. Okay, his car was parked there. So clearly, he got out of the car, obviously, and was in that field, but I don't know why they haven't been able to find him. They've searched the area a million times, and they haven't been able to find his body. Okay, guys, so going into my impressions now, and what I got through my meditation, etc. And I just want to say that this case actually really confused me, because there was a lot of confusing messages and conflicting messages in regards to what I was picking up through my intuition and what he was telling me. Because the very first thing that I seen in my clairvoyance was I did see there was foul play involved, okay? So I see him pulling to the side of the highway, of the road, and getting out, and I can definitely feel in his energy that he's extremely high, okay? And then I actually do see him walking through this field, this thick bushland or whatever, very far back. Okay, so he's going very far out, and he's just walking, and he doesn't really know what the heck he's doing, to be honest. And I then I see about 3 men. Okay, I'm picking up on 3 males, and they are Mexican. I'm strongly getting they're Mexican, and unfortunately, I do see some foul play go on. I don't want to get into the details, but I do see a bat. Okay, I see them hitting him with a bat. But then it's really confusing, because when I finally connected with him and his energy, he tells me that he doesn't really know what was going on. Because he tells me he doesn't think there was foul play, okay? But I'm strongly getting there was foul play, and he just doesn't remember, because his energy comes off very confused. He is still very confused about what happened to him, and he does tell me a couple times that he doesn't even really remember what happened. He just remembers feeling really tired and dizzy, and then wanting to lay down okay? So he says that he was hallucinating, which he was hallucinating, but he honestly doesn't really, you guys, remember exactly what happened to him, okay? But through my impressions, I am getting, I'm seeing him through my third eye. I am seeing, him driving and looking in his rear mirror, and I see him being very paranoid. And I do feel like there was someone chasing him for a few weeks prior to his disappearance. And I am hearing Mexican cartel a lot. That's the words I'm hearing. So I do strongly feel like somebody was chasing him. I don't feel like that was a lie. But he tells me he's not really sure what happened. He knows he was hallucinating, and He feels extremely guilty. He feels like a piece of crap, is what he says, because, you know, like he's gone, and what his children and his wife are now going through because he, you know, he's no longer there for them. And I just want to say, you guys, too, that he's an extremely, extremely nice guy, okay? He was just caught up in this deal that went wrong, okay? And I am strongly picking up that he owed a lot of money, okay? And this is, I'm pretty sure this was the Mexican cartel. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. And he owed a lot of money, okay? This was like a drug deal gone bad. This was organized crime. Because he is running. I strongly feel like he is running from these people. Like, he's, okay? And yeah, going back to just saying he is a really nice guy, okay? I just want to say that he was a good father, you know, really, just a really, you know, he's got a big smile on his face, like when I connect with his energy. And he really misses his children and his wife, and he's really, really sorry about everything that happened. But he's still confused about, you know, all of it, because sometimes, you guys, spirit doesn't always know, like, what happened to them, because especially if they were as high as he was, and he, you know, they don't always, like, remember, like, they don't know. So I do feel like he's telling me that he thinks his body is still somewhere in that bushland, okay? I'm seeing, like, very thick bushes. I'm seeing, like, really, really tall grass. And I am seeing, like, a couple vehicles as well. Black SUV vehicles, like, in the field. Like, pulled up in the field, which is strange. But I am strongly getting from spirit that it is like a drug deal gone wrong. He owed money, and they planned to do this, okay? But when it comes to the cartel, you guys, I don't really feel like they're going to find his body. I don't think so. But I am hearing also that they purposely left, like, evidence there to kind of like as like threats. I'm not exactly sure what. Maybe an article of his clothing, but they do that. It's like their thing that they do to, like, say, you know, don't fuck with us type of thing. Sorry, pardon my language. And this is a really, really sad case, you guys. It's super sad, especially because there's, you know, his wife and his 4 children that he's left behind, and yeah, it just breaks my heart. And he's also, he admits, like, he feels like an idiot. He said he wants to say that his wife was, Ladessa was right. And, you know, she picked up, and she knew some things about, because he was leading a double life, and she knew these things, that he was leading a double life. She knew parts of this, and she, like, he knew she knew, and it was, you know, the reason he left that night was because he wanted to keep this away from his family, okay? And he was trying to protect them, so he knew they were coming for him, okay? Let's just put it that way. He knew that, and he knew it was going to happen that night. And he didn't want it near he was trying to protect his kids and his wife, which is just heartbreaking. But he doesn't quite understand yet. And honestly, I feel like he could have just been telling me that because he's still trying to protect his wife and children. He doesn't really want them to know about the double life that he led. Okay, and like, why would you? Like, I'm a parent. Like, I wouldn't want my children to know that, you know, especially if I was gone and that's how I was, like, he's ashamed, okay? I'm still feeling guilt and shame in his energy. So I don't feel like he's fully crossed because, like I told you guys before, when we fully cross, we don't really have, like, we forgive ourselves, and, you know, we don't really have feelings of guilt or anything like that. We have sympathy, etc., but we don't have negative human emotions when we cross fully, like when we ascend and fully cross to the other side. So I feel like he's sort of still stuck on, like, the earthly dimensions, because honestly, he's still really confused about what happened. I mean, it happened in 2013, but he still has not come to grips with it. Like, because he doesn't really know. Like, he doesn't know what happened to him, and so, like I said it a million times, which is really sad. But yeah, you guys, that's what I feel like what happened to him, and I do feel like there was foul play. Like I said, I see 3 Mexican males, and I don't, like, I'm hearing, I don't think they're gonna, like, I hate to say this, and I'm sorry, but I don't think they're going to find his body. They might find some evidence, like I said, or they may have already. They could just be hiding it, because I'm strongly picking up that the police, especially at that time, because all this stuff was going on with, like, the Mexican cartel and things, I feel like the police strongly knew. I think they know, honestly, like, know sort of what happened, but they just don't want, they're just not telling anyone because they don't want to admit that they can't find his body, that they probably won't find his body. And I really am strongly, honestly, picking up that they did find evidence from Brandon, honestly, in that bushland. Maybe people already know that and I just didn't read it anywhere, but I really do feel like there was evidence found and they're just not telling anybody, or maybe, like, I just feel like there was something they're hiding, okay? The police are hiding something that they know has something to do with the Mexican cartel people. Mexican cartel people. Sorry, my husband's driving, so I'm laughing at it because I don't live there, so I'm not sure. I don't know much about this stuff, you guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. Like I said, this was a requested reading, so I wanted to do it because I want to do as many readings as you guys ask me to do, but it's just super difficult and challenging sometimes. If, like I tell you guys before, if I can't really connect with the energy or I don't pick anything up on them. So if I don't do one that you requested, please don't feel offended. It's just that it's not that I didn't look into it, it's that I just didn't really feel like a connection with the case. But this one, I did feel a connection with. I did feel a connection with Brandon, and I did pick up on it, etc. So I wanted to do it. But yeah, and the Madeline McCann one, you guys, that one's, like, it's not that I can't connect with her. It's that it's just such a huge case, and so many mediums and psychics have done that one that I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I just feel like it's done too much, to be honest, in my opinion. So I don't think I'm gonna do Madeline McCann ever, to be honest. So, but I am going to look into the other ones that you guys have been asking me about if I haven't looked into them yet. But my condolences and my love and everything goes out to everyone grieving Brandon and the whole entire situation. And I really do hope that something is found and something comes up for closure and for everyone, especially his children. Yeah, but that's it for that case, you guys. If you could please click the bell notification as well as subscribe. I really, really appreciate and love all you guys. It really, really helps me. And all of my information is below if you guys are interested in checking out anything else. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!